Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rob from Forward Progress. Wanted to show you something really cool that I actually picked up recently from a friend of mine. This is a Spyderco Karambit, or Karambit, however you pronounce it. Maybe somebody down here can tell me what it's worth. Or excuse me, not what it's worth, but how to pronounce it. I'm looking at the price tag on it. These knives are very discontinued, and I'm going to take rid of this guy because, well, I don't want to tear it up. These knives are discontinued from Spyderco. They were a very cheap knife from what price standpoint they were compared to what they're worth now. They seem to be really skyrocketing in value. This one was $250, if that gives you an idea. I believe retail on this one was about $75 when they were new. But anyway, still got the original plastic on it. Not trying to damage the thing. Get to the basic review of it. Hawkbill blade. Razor scary sharp. I mean, I don't know what they did if they realized that people were going to have a hard time sharpening these knives. This is the third one I've held. Razor sharp. Very scary sharp. And that's coming from a guy who says Spydercos are scary to begin with. VG10 Spyderco steel, or VG10 steel Spyderco blade. Warren Thomas design. Warren Thomas does a lot of design work. Very cool design. I believe he did a Warren Thomas Beretta Avenger knife, which is an awesome knife. Always wanted to get my hands on one. But I digress. Awesome construction. Aluminum knife. Very light. Very good knife. Couple things I don't like about it. Couple things I do. Lockup is solid. You can rotate the clip to any clip position you want. Tip down, tip up, left side, right side. Main focal point on this knife. Pull this knife out of your pocket. Can't flick it open. It's just not happening. The detent's too strong, and it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Pull this knife out of your pocket. Now you got 3 steps. 1 step, acquire it, get to the point where you can pull it out. 2, open the knife. 3, get your grip on it. Don't like that. What I've seen some guys do, and this is neither here nor there, I don't like it. I don't like it for practical reasons. I don't like it for combative reasons. They'll put a zip tie on here and make their Emerson wave. Well, here's my problem with that. If I put this knife in my pocket, right, and I open it typical Karambit style, if it had a wave, right, and this knife doesn't open up because that thing broke, because zip ties break, it's something they do. Now I'm stuck here. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to do this, or now I'm going to invest the time to open it up this way and get a grip on it? Ain't happening, dude. Okay, that's number 1 for those guys that talk about carrying this way and ripping one of these up. Number 2, in your pocket, ready to go. Go to pull this knife out, open it up, look at that. And I'm pretty good with a knife. It's kind of a pain in the ass to flick this knife open. Really, the only thing you have to do is kind of get a purchase on it, and then you really kind of got to get it back in your hands. Emerson's kick this thing's ass, in my opinion, and I'm not a fan of Emerson knives. Not a fan of Emerson knives. Not a fanboy of Emerson knives. Honestly, never held one I liked. Just my opinion. Emerson's kick this thing's ass for practicality. Fox knives kick this thing's ass for practicality, simply because of the wave feature. The wave feature makes this knife 100 times more practical because it's something that will open every time if you train with it. If you don't train with it, it won't. But something that I really wanted to show, you know, someone commented on you can compress these. You know, it's an aluminum knife. This knife is not made to go out and cut tree bark with. This is a knife that part of the martial arts design of it is, let's say somebody tries to grab your arm, okay, and redirect the knife. Well, watch this. I just rotate my wrist, and you see that? That's bad shit, buddy. That's bad day, okay? Or I come up like this. Do you see that? And I just barely did it and almost cut myself right there, if you can see that. This is a self-defense weapon. Let's say you get here with this knife, and I'm being very nice with it. These knives are an awesome design for Filipino fighting martial arts. When people train with these knives, they're phenomenal. Okay, let's say you reverse your grip with this knife, and I'm ripping the plastic off here that I don't want to rip off because this is one that I am going to keep in the safe. But anyway, say you reverse your grip on it. Okay, look at the motions. Okay, you're mimicking a claw. Okay, a claw. If you ever saw Jurassic Park when he shows you the scene with the raptor's claw, you're mimicking one of the most efficient blunt force, trauma, blunt action weapons in the world. An animal's claw, an animal's talon, an animal's beak. Something that in nature has proven itself for millions of years. I mean, really think about that. Something that has proven itself for millions of years in a knife. That's scary. If you train with these, you can be very good. They're very, very strong designs. Horrible for practical use, but I would not carry one of these for practical use. I would carry one of these as a defensive tool, not a weapon, a defensive tool. God forbid a situation presents itself that I can't recover from without using force. A situation that an imminent threat of death, serious bodily harm, rape, sexual assault, anything like that happens, this becomes a tool. A very valuable tool that I'm now proficient with. In that situation, these are very good knives. From a standpoint of the Spyderco Karambit, for the money that they fetch, for what people pay to get their hands on one, I'm not feeling it. And I'm just keeping it straight with you guys. You know, forward progress is not about trying to sell this knife or sell that knife. That's not what this is about. Not feeling this knife. For that reason alone. It is a pain in the balls to open this knife. I actually get a shooting pain right here when I try and open this knife up. I really don't. I'm just teasing you. But I actually love the knife. I love the construction, love the design, love the simplicity of it. An Emerson Wave, an Enduro Wave, any of the features like that would have made this a home run. The fact that it is not easily deployed for me, unless you use a zip tie, which can rip off, which can break, which can fail, and still isn't as nearly as efficient as a wave feature. That is all I need to not promote this knife, to not say that I really enjoy this knife. This knife is something that I think is a beautiful design. It's a beautiful knife. It's lacking in some features, but I'll keep for myself just to pull it out, fondle every now and then, maybe get a little sexy with.